Hi, and welcome back to Arno TV. I'm your lovable host Arno, coming back to you with another video. So I got up this morning and the video that I posted yesterday was still on YouTube. So at the moment, no more censorship thus far, okay? And also when I got up this morning and I was having a cup of tea after I'd had a shower and stuff and getting ready for work, who did I turn the TV on and see? Matt Hancock. Now, I know it's, nauseating the thought of seeing that smug, arrogant little face when you're having your cornflakes, but there he was with Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid on Good Morning Britain. So I know it's almost repulsive to go and look at this man, but let's go have a look. Let's go have a quick look at what he had to say for himself on Good Morning Britain this morning, because he was on there because, as people well know, today, which is the 8th of December 2020, they've rolled out the first people to have the vaccine today. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what Handcock said on GMTV on Good Morning Britain this morning. I'm really showing my age now saying GMTV, but I think you all know what I meant. Good Morning Britain. Right, okay. Let's turn the music down and listen to this pathetic excuse for a man.
That stoicism, everything that we should be proud of.
We haven't had much to shout about this year, to put it mildly, in the way we've handled this. But to have the first jabs actually happening in the UK is quite something.
I'm so proud of the team who've made this happen. I'm so proud of them. They've worked so hard, and not just hard, but really smart. Firstly, the team who spotted that this was a really promising vaccine, and we bought it early. We were the first country to put in an order. And then the regulator, normally regulators get flack, but the MHRA have done a fantastic job because they've done all of the safety checks that they always do, but they've done them all at the same time instead of one after the other, which has meant that we've been the first country in the world, and after this year, which has been so terrible for so many people and the sacrifices people have made and the losses that we've all suffered, to have this moment showing the way out is just absolutely fantastic.
It is an international collaborative effort, though, isn't it? Because this is a US pharmaceutical company. The scientists behind it were Turkish immigrants to Germany. It's manufactured in Belgium. And then our regulator is the first to approve it. It is properly a multinational approach.
Yes, I'm really proud of the science. I've always believed that we would get to this moment. It may have felt a long way off at times and uncertain, but I've always believed that the science would come through. And as you say, it's global science essentially, and working across borders. And we've made it happen. It's down to human ingenuity, and I hope that it can restore some belief that we can beat these things that are thrown at us. Yes, it's difficult, and it's been a huge series of challenges, and there's challenges still to come to vaccinate all those who are vulnerable to COVID. So it's a mammoth effort for the NHS.
Can I ask you about that, the challenges of vaccinating everybody? Because you've made it very clear repeatedly that top of your priority list are care home residents. But this vaccine needs to be stored at such low temperatures that it would be impossible for care home residents to travel to the hubs to be vaccinated. Is it the case that actually they have slipped down the priority list because it is hard to connect them with the vaccine? Or have you got GPs going into care homes as a priority?
Yes, so we have absolutely top priority is care home residents and their carers. Of course, their carers can travel, and so will be vaccinated from today in the 70-odd hospital hubs that we have right across the UK. But care home residents generally can't travel very easily or safely. And so we've got to get the vaccine to them. And that will take another couple of weeks to make sure that we can do that safely because of these -70 requirements and because of the specifics of the vaccine have only been known, the full results of those trials have only been known for a couple of weeks. So having approved the vaccine for use in hospitals and in principle, the NHS are working with the regulator to ensure that we have a safe way of getting the vaccine out into the community through GPs and pharmacists and into care homes.
Okay,
so
I just want to play,
a couple more weeks.
If I may, Elsie, I want to play a little clip from William Shakespeare, who's just said his first words. Let's take a listen to this.
Philip, be patient number 2.
Groundbreaking, I think. It could make a difference to our lives from now on, couldn't it? The start of changing our lives and our lifestyle. It's a precaution, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it will be a precaution.
And I guess it's been tough for you being at home and being locked down. And
We've been virtually locked down. My wife has managed to get out occasionally to a local shop.
I mean, just simple words there, reacting it. You're quite emotional by that.
Well, it's just, it's been such a tough year for so many people. And there's William Shakespeare putting it so simply for everybody that, we can get on with our lives. And there's still a few months.
I don't think I can watch any more of that. I don't know about you guys. I can't stand to look at the guy any longer. Tears. Did you think those were tears there? Did you? I didn't think there were tears. It looked like he was laughing to me. So much to say on what he said. Let's have a look. First of all, something he said right at the start of that. Okay, that the regulators usually get flack. And who's the regulator? The MHRA. The MHRA. Okay, so shall we remind ourselves who the MHRA are, shall we? Okay, this is who the MHRA are, the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency. Okay, so they're the regulatory body of the NHS. They're the government. Gov.uk. That's who the MHRA are. And what did he say? They've gone through. They follow all this. They followed all the usual safety procedures that they would do, but this time they've done them all at once. Okay, so explain to me then, Mr. Hancock, on the Tenders electronic daily website, which, as we've already established, is a supplement to the official journal of the EU, the European Union, that the MHRA buyer organisation in London, in the United Kingdom, put out a tender for 500 grand, excluding VAT. And who did they award that to down here? Okay, who did they award it to? They awarded it to Genpact, didn't they? Okay, and what was the reason for this tender, Mr. Hancock? For reasons of extreme urgency under the regulation 32 in brackets 2 in brackets C related to the release of a COVID-19 vaccine. The MHRA, who are our government, the NHS, have accelerated the sourcing and implementation of a vaccine-specific AI tool. And it's strictly necessary because it's not possible to retrofit the MHRA's legacy systems, the government's legacy systems, the NHS's legacy systems to handle the volume of ADRs. And what are ADRs? ADRs are adverse drug reactions that will be generated by a COVID-19 vaccine. Therefore, if the MHRA does not implement the AI tool, it will be unable to process these ADRs, adverse drug reactions, effectively, and this will hinder its ability to rapidly identify any potential safety issues with the COVID-19 vaccine, and it represents a direct threat to patient life and public health. And the reasons of extreme urgency for this tender of 500 grand excluding VAT with Genpact is that the MHRA, and who are the MHRA? Our government, the NHS, they recognise that its planned procurement process for the Safety Connect programme, including the AI tool, will not have concluded by vaccine launch, leading to an inability to effectively monitor adverse reactions to a COVID-19 vaccine. And when's the launch? Today. Okay? So they don't have this in place today, and it's a massive concern, over safety. According to them, it's for extreme urgency under Regulation 32 in brackets 2 in brackets C. So, these safety checks that have been done all at once, okay, did that include this tender? Okay, were the people that was anybody informed about this tender? Okay, I'm not saying that the government are keeping that tender secret, but there's no light being shed on it, is there? Okay, so I'm a bit confused, Mr. Hancock, about these safety measures, these safety checks, okay, because looking at that document tells a very different story. Now, I'm just asking for some clarification, because there's no disputing that the MHRA are the regulatory body, are they? We're not disputing that. They're the government, okay? They're the regulatory body of the NHS. And are we disputing that the MHRA have spent 500 grand with Genpact for an AI tool, to track ADRs according to this tender? Are we denying that? Okay? Starting to see the picture, people. Why I'm telling people to ask questions about what's going on, about, what the hell is going on here. Like Johnny Rotten once said, ever get the feeling you're being cheated? Yeah. I think Mr. Hancock has a lot of questions to answer. Don't you, people? I think he has a hell of a lot of questions to answer, Mr. Hancock. And so I also think the MHRA have a lot of questions to answer as well, the regulatory body, okay? And that's all I'm saying. And that is all I'm saying, because I'm just commenting on information that's in the public domain, okay? So, and I think, as I voted in the last election, Mr. Hancock, it might not be popular with people like you, because we know democracy is not popular with your lot, is it? Well, in a democracy where people vote, guess what? They have a right to an opinion and a right to, put politicians to task and put them under some questions when we don't like what they're doing, okay? And let me tell you something, Mr. Handcock, I don't like what you're doing, okay? And I have the right to question it, okay? Okay? Is that okay with you? Out there in the cyber world of Google and YouTube. Is that all right that I ask a politician in my own country to justify some of the stuff that they're doing? Okay? And ask them about some of the safety checks that they're saying is taking place. Okay? It's my right to ask these people about things like this. Okay? And it's got no business of any corporation outside these great isles, these fantastic, wonderful islands. It's nothing to do with you lot, because Guess what? We were here long before Google, YouTube, and any kind of AI bot, all right? We were here before you, and we have the right to ask our politicians questions about what the hell's going on. And if that's not popular in California, well, I don't really care, because we live in the UK over here, all right? And we're not happy. There's lots of people in this country who are not happy with what's going on. And it's about time our voices are heard, okay? Because we've had enough of this, you know, being told what to do and, you know, never listened to. Well, it's about time that these people, Hancock, Johnson, Patel, Starmer, all of them, we know the little crews are working with people like, you know, Klaus Schwab pushing his, you know, his fourth industrial revolution and the Great Reset. We know who the little crew is, yeah? We know who they're all working with, and we think you lot need to answer some questions, okay? You know, in a democracy, that should be allowed, okay? And that's all I'm saying. So, you know, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please like and subscribe to the channel. And once you do, please ring the notification bell so you can be notified of forthcoming videos that I'm going to put out. And as I said, there's going to be a lot more coming, because, you know, I'm not going to sit here in silence while all this kind of stuff is going on. You know, I live here too, I vote in this country, I pay my taxes, so I've got a right to question people like Handcock, alright? So, I'll be back soon with some more videos for you, and until I am, I want all of you guys out there who watch my channel to take care and look after yourselves and your friends and your family and your loved ones, and check in on your mates and your friends and make sure they're alright, because us people will look after each other. We won't, you know, we won't rely on the likes of Hancock to look after us, that's for sure, okay? So, I'll be back soon, stay rock and roll, and until I'm back, you know, really guys, look after yourselves. Thank you.